This is Portal Guard, 30th Parallel, reporting for duty. Zeta is on the prowl in the Caribbean and Yucatan, Mexico. It got big pretty fast. There it is. It's moving towards Houston. It's supposed to turn though, like the last couple storms, to the east. It's supposed to go in like this, the same way. I just turned on all my bubble equipment again, and there's like snow and stuff up here. It's pretty crazy. I never seen those colors actually down here. Pretty well pronounced. So it's probably going to hit the whole coast on the east side over here if it turns and goes this way. There's a cold front too on this side, so there's no chance at all that this thing can go into Texas. Very slim chance, because all this cold weather's pushing it. There's a cold front right here. I'm surprised it even formed this late in the season. I was already done for the season, but that's okay. So I wanted to give you another little history too about the person that came up with Orgone Energy, and his name's Wilhelm Reich, and he was a student of Sigmund Freud in Vienna, and they had a little falling out about the sexual part of it because there is like sexual energy involved, but it's not like how you think. It's like a cellular level sex, because your cells have to reproduce on the smallest level, or else they'll die, in theory. So there's this energy called Orgone Energy that keeps everything alive. It's life force energy. It's energy that makes things born, and it's the magic of life, basically. It's God. And the opposite of that is Lush, which is basically fear. It's a three-dimensional, low vibration energy that keeps us locked to the third dimension, which is where we're at. But the fourth dimension is the actual change, where you wake up and you start realizing there's a problem, and changing yourself by your shadow work and all the things, basically morals. And once you get everything right, you can start vibrating higher. And the fourth dimension is where a lot of people are at right now. It's like the fence. They're walking along the fence, and because fifth dimension is where you want to be in vibration. It's not an actual place. It's just a vibrational frequency that you hold that is higher, and that loose and bad energies can't live in that area. So theoretically, you won't have any worries, any problems, any stress. I mean, as much, and it's more manageable. But anyway, so Orgone Energy is life energy, and Mr. Reich found that. He was studying. He had labs and grants and stuff here in the United States, and he actually fled Austria and that area because of the World War II. So he gets here, and he has his own lab, and he starts working on Orgone Energy, which cures cancer. He was working with cancer, so he made these boxes called I forgot what he called them, but they were Orgone accumulators, is what he called them. And they were basically like layers, a little box with layers, like a layer, like making the walls. You have a layer of like fiberglass or wool, and then you have a layer of like sheet metal, and then like that you layer it with organic stuff and metals. and it basically draws energy out of the air, and it focuses it inside the box. And he was curing mice and rats, and he was curing cancer actually, and they couldn't believe it, so he started making other ones, bigger ones, to put people in, and he was curing people from cancer with these boxes. This was a long time ago, folks. This was the, in the 40s, 50s, 60s. So people didn't really know, and the government was letting him at first, but then after he was having good success with it, they started shutting him down because he was making he also made a Cloudbuster, and there's videos of it, and there's on YouTube you can find it if you put that in. There's songs about it, and this Cloudbuster would look like a gun, but it was big, and that's basically what my bubble is. But mine is way more powerful because it's we have tech involved, and I have a Tesla coil on it, so, which is another important factor. The Tesla was very important to all of this. So the government finds out that he's doing good, he's curing cancer and all that, and he has a Cloudbuster that makes it rain in drought areas, and it balances everything. So in places where there's severe weather, it'll calm it, and in places where it needs water, it'll make it rain. So it balances, and it doesn't hurt anything. Actually, you can't hurt it. You can't make it bad. Like, the deep state couldn't get a hold of orgone or bubble technology and turn it into something bad like they do with all the other tools that we have. They couldn't do that. They can't do that with that, because you can't turn it into anything bad. It won't do it, that sort of technology. So he was also shooting down bad negative UFOs. See, UFOs, like the ones that you see that are real, those are sentient beings. And they work off telepathy. The person that directs the craft like communicates with telepathy with it, and so sentient beings can be around orgone energy and it won't hurt them. But non-sentient beings, like the bad UFOs, the Greys, basically the Greys that try to abduct people and stuff like that, and the Dracos, the reptilians, they thrive on loosh. And so their UFOs are not sentient beings, they're actual machines, and they can't be around my orgone field. So if they come anywhere near this area where I'm shooting right now towards this hurricane, my bubble, where I'm focusing my energy, they will literally come down. There's like a line right here where they cannot cross. These UFOs know not to come over here, trust me. They stay over here in the Bermuda probably. But I can aim it that way too if I want to. It'll reach too. So I just turned my stuff on, it's heading this way. I'm trying to cut it off to make it go this way. This is like a football game to me because I don't watch sports. So this is like entertainment, this is fun, and this is real. This is like saving people's lives. I hope y'all know that. So, alright. So Mr. Reich, right, he starts shooting down, unknowingly he was shooting down bad UFOs, which were working with the government back then. So they started complaining that they couldn't abduct as many people, they were getting shot down and shit. So the government arrested him and took all of his equipment and destroyed his books. He was a doctor. This guy was smart, and they destroyed all his books and put him in jail on a technicality for like I think 7 months in federal prison. And lo and behold, 2 weeks before he gets out, he's a young man. He's like probably 60 at the most, 60 something, and a doctor, right? And he right before he gets out of federal prison, 2 weeks before he dies of throat cancer or some shit that they made up, and they killed him basically because of all this knowledge. So it wasn't forgotten, it was just put away so other people could take up the torch later, like me. And I was lucky enough to find some people that know, and I learned from them. So scientists. So that's just a little recap. Now, I also mix GONS, plasma science technology in my orgone, because everything that you put in the orgone, in the resin, or in the cement when you make it, it broadcasts it out. Plus, with crystals in there, it makes energy. It's piezoelectric, so it's creating electricity by itself just from the pressure of the resin on it, on the crystals. So you have all this other stuff, in organic stuff, whatever you want to put in there, and it broadcasts it out into the ether. and like around your general area, you will feel it physically in your body. Whatever you put in there, if you put like weed in there, or aloe vera or whatever, it will actually be healing you in the ether, in real time, right in front of you. But that part only is in the immediate, I imagine, is in the only immediate area, probably like a block radius or something like that. But as far as these kind of energies, I can focus with my satellite dishes toward, and make these dissipate, make them damage less when they hit. Orgone heals the land. It heals the water. It clears poisons and toxins out of the air. Wi-Fi, bad Wi-Fi, and cell radio waves, frequencies, 5G and all that, that's hurtful to the human body, because they don't test none of that stuff, and it's really bad for like lab rats and stuff like that. So they're basically pushing it on to make money and to kill us at the same time with these frequencies that they haven't been studied like that. No telling what they do. They know they cause cancer. So what I use is bubble technology. It uses the Tesla coil with the orgone, which is 432 hertz, which is Earth healing frequency, and it's a Tesla frequency. It's a Tesla coil. It's on non-stop, going through that orgone. I've had my wand, which is a Tesla coil. I've had it on non-stop every day for almost 3 years, and it's still working. It only costs like $30-40. It's very imperative you have that. You have to have a wand for. I mean, orgone still works by itself, but it takes way longer, and you have to have way more of it to do what I'm doing, because I'm putting electricity through it and coils, making it amplify, and shooting it with a directional parabolic antennas, which is a satellite dish, only inverted. See, the name of the game is they invert everything into something bad, so you have to invert it back. So everything that they tell you that you know is wrong, you do the opposite, and you basically fix it, in theory. All the things they want you to do, like wear a mask and do this, and then go on your knees and ask for forgive, all this bullshit they're doing, it's reverse of God. So you reverse it back. So you don't wear a mask, and you don't kneel, and you don't protest like violently and all that stuff they're doing. People that can't see what's going on, I don't know what to tell you. I'm in jail right now on Facebook for posting pictures of Joe Biden's son, snorting crack off a girl's ass. My bad, but it's the truth, and I can't even post anything, I can't even message to my friends. I've never seen that before. I can't like anything. I can't post anything. I can't add friends. Nothing. I can't even use Messenger. I'm blocked on Messenger too, which is probably illegal. But we'll see.